Hey y'all, this is A Thick Madame. I know I look rough, so y'all ain't gotta comment below talking about ooh girl, ooh woo child. I know I look rough. I'm going through a lot. I'm exhausted. Like I really am exhausted. Doggone it, I forgot to take some pills. Y'all, I'm in excruciating pain. And I meant to take some pills while I had this water that I got yesterday. It actually ended up being delicious. It's like peach mango, some kind of peach mango vitamin water. It was really good. And I completely forgot to take the medicine. I'm just like, so anyway, I digress. Y'all, I took it upon myself to watch the new Tyler Perry TV show entitled Sistas. VH1 is the network that it's on. I actually did start watching The Oval. I got like maybe 10-15 minutes into that and I cut it off, but I just finished watching Sisters. Y'all, I am so busy. It's a miracle that I was even able to complete this, let alone start anything else. So, I guess I'll do a recap. I don't know. I guess I'll see how it goes, if anybody cares enough when I put this up. And, when I find time, I will do them if people care. So anyway, let's get into this recap. Y'all, it started off on the wrong foot to begin with. Before I even get into that, ever since before this came out, I kept hearing people compare this to the TV show Girlfriends. And, I kind of can understand why, but I hope that he's not gonna, well, I don't know, so far, might have been right. But yeah, a lot of people compared it to Girlfriends, and we're gonna see. So anyway, y'all, like I said, this started off on the wrong foot, y'all, and I know my hair like a mess too, so don't even read. I already know, y'all. It actually was cute yesterday. I should have got on here yesterday. It was actually cute randomly. Y'all, it started off on the wrong foot. So one of the sisters, because it revolves around 4 women who are friends, one of the sisters, it's her actual birthday. It's early in the morning before the sun rises, morning of her birthday. She's getting birthday sex at her home, and after the situation is over, the guy who she's with makes it seem as though he's about to go and take a shower, but he went and put his clothes on and said he's got to go to the gym. Y'all, she's a whole side chick out here. She's a side chick, and I don't understand stuff like this, especially given her job. Y'all, excuse me. She is a high-powered divorce attorney. So I'm just like, girl, and she ain't ugly, and I'm just like, why are you doing this? And I mean, okay, this is the thing. Just like with the TV show Ready to Love, I understand that there's a lot that comes with that person outside of the financial and just the aggressiveness or whatever, but I'm just like, girl, you could have gotten another partner, another single person to just get your rocks off with, or whatever you're gonna do, and go about your business. She has given this man an ultimatum and said, by my birthday, if you haven't proposed to me, then I'm gonna be done. Okay, none of her friends have met him. Only one of them actually knows about him and knows the full situation, because I guess kind of like in a lot of circles, you have one of those friends that you're a little bit closer to than the rest, and so you would tell them more than you would tell the others. So that's the person. Y'all, I'm not good on the names yet, so I'm not even gonna sit up here and play like I am. And since I watched it on the fly, I didn't have my tablet with me, because usually I would have made some notes in my phone and then referred back to my tablet. But since that's not the case today, I'm just giving you visuals and whatnot. Y'all, he sat up here and he got dressed like he was about to leave, go to the gym or wherever he gonna go, and come to find out, she has given him an ultimatum and was like, you need to be done with your wife within this amount of time. She's been seeing him for 6 months. She gave him the ultimatum like 4 months ago. You know what I'm saying? It was like, if you haven't done this by my birthday, then I'm done. So he is doing like every typical person, because I ain't gonna say guy because women do it too. Every typical person does that's in a situation like this, who really has no intentions on leaving their significant other on their own. He was talking about just give me more time, just give me a little time. I am definitely gonna leave her, and y'all, the lies. And she, over here looking at him like, okay, yeah, or whatever. And he's one of those people where he has a whole situation over here, but he expects you to say, I love you, and yes, I'm gonna do these things. Like, he really expects for you to be in a whole relationship with him, when he got a whole wife and at least one child over there. He has like a son. I don't know how many more, if any, other ones that he has, but he does have a son. We find out later on in the episode. Y'all, so anyway, he going by his business. Now, his body looks nice. He's a nice looking person. And I'm just like, girl, I mean, I guess the sex is good enough for her to just continue to deal with it. Y'all, one of the other friends in the circle, the sister circle, she has called one of the other women, and apparently what they're gonna do is some kind of a like little small birthday gathering for the attorney later on that night. So this one woman calls one of the other girls in the circle, and she seems kind of crazy and comedic at the same time, and she thinks that she's in a relationship with this guy, but she's not. And I don't know if he has allowed her to have a piece of him or what, because she acting crazy. She's called this woman to talk about how he's liked some other woman's picture and all this other stuff, and everybody is just tired. Like, ain't nobody here for her. Everybody's just like, girl, you crazy. Because she ends up calling somebody else too, because like everybody is like at work or going to work or busy, and she calling people like she doing the most. And so she ends up calling this other one of the other sisters, and she was like, girl, I'm at work, I can't talk to you. This particular person is a banker. She's a bank teller. Do I remember what the one before that did? She was, I don't remember. Anyway, it'll come to me. So this one of the friends is a bank teller, and she let her know like she can't talk to her. She was off in the back, got a line outside. Y'all don't know how the inside of a bank go. I try not to even deal with a bank. I can't do it. It's too much. I do not like going inside or none of that. Like, it's a lot. So she proceeds to get off the phone and walks outside, and then that's when we find out that she's a bank teller. And I was just like, girl, you had a line wrapped around the building almost. It wasn't nothing but this random black gay guy that she's stationed next to. So they are there, and there's this guy in line, and he allows somebody to go in front of him because he was going to be next in line to go to the line where the gay guy was at. Well, for the last 6 weeks, he has been coming in on purpose to deposit, get a deposit slip and do all that stuff so that he can go to her line. Now, he has worked up the nerve to actually ask her out on a date and all this other stuff, but he's kind of stalkerish. He knows her name, of course, because they have to wear name tags. He done went on her social media. He know how tall she is. He knows everything that she's talking about. And I'm just like, sir, you need to, like, I cannot. Ever since that situation happened to me, y'all, when I was a state worker, this guy started working there, and he was like a janitor. And since I used to work over a whole lot because I had a lot of work, that I'm the type of person that I'm like, I get so focused, I will work myself to death. I'm working, and this guy walks by, he empties the trash. I didn't even look up at him. I didn't know nothing about him. Y'all, I kid you not. One day when I was working over, I think I went to the bathroom, and then I came back, and he'd already went through my office or whatever to get my, trash. One of those days when I wasn't in my office and it was time for him to come through, he had gotten one of my cards off my desk because it has my cell phone number on it and it had my work number. And that particular one was the one that I gave to certain people that were, in the same field as me, not actual clients. They not about to have my real cell phone number, not at that job. So this fool sat up here, called me, and made up a whole story like, hi, I think you left your water in the bottom of your buggy. Y'all, he tried to make it seem like I had this big old thing of water that I left in the bottom of a buggy at Walmart, Costco, or somewhere. And I was like, no. I mean, y'all, I'm so dumb in the moment. He done caught me off guard calling me. I'm so dumb in the moment. I don't even realize, like, what in the world? How would you even have my number to call me to tell me I think that you left your water in the bottom of a buggy and I don't even know you? I don't even know who I'm talking to. Y'all, to make a long story short, this fool tried it. He went through my stuff to get my number. He had been watching me. He had tried to ask his brother, who had started watching, being a security guard there, try to get him to talk to me. And I mean, I just would say hey to him or whatever, because that's just the type of person I am anyway. And off rip, he was doing the most, like, staring. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't, y'all. And I be feeling just like I feel right now. And I'm like, what is you looking at? Like, I look raggedy. What y'all be looking at? I be wanting to know what people be seeing, because I be looking like, whoo. I be looking so woo. I know I be looking rough. So, I don't know. Y'all, but anyway, y'all, the most be going on. And this dude, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got off track. But so much stuff happens in real life to me that I can relate to some of the stuff that I see on these TV shows and in these movies. So anyway, y'all. Anyway, he's sitting up here in this line and he was like, deposit. And so she was like, okay, do you have a slip? Like he acted like he that nervous to talk to her. And so he was like, it took me 6 weeks to work up the nerve to ask you out and all this other stuff. And y'all, that's when he went into this whole spiel when we find out that he's kind of stalkerish. And I'm like, girl, no. And she is single or whatever. And, she was like, well, look, I'm meeting up with my girls at this place tonight. And, we should be done around 9. So if you show up, I mean, I guess we can hang out or something. I can see what it's hitting for. Y'all, he was so happy. And for some reason, her coworker swears up and down that man has been eyeing him and want him. Apparently, he owns his own, business. I forgot what it is now. And all that. This man has sat up here and could verify everything this man said, because he's done things that he's not supposed to do. Because when you work in institutions like that, you are not supposed to look up people's information. And just in case you never knew that before this, doggone it, whoever this person was that looked up Usher's information when he came through the line or whatever he did, or just in general found out that he had a bank account through that company, you can't do that. If you do that and they find out, you get fired and then some, y'all. But anyway, so she's agreeing to meet up with him if he want to meet up with her, y'all. Anyway, so I mean, it really wasn't too much that was going on, but eventually they all met up later on. But before that, old girl who's the attorney, she met up with this black woman, and she has a black husband who happens to have a major company that brings in a whole lot of money. And she was asking for a couple of million, and she promised her that she'll be able to get more. And since even though she's around my age, under 40, her boss was like, do you need me to come in there with you? Because the wife is her client. She was like, no, I got this. And so, he was like, this would just be your second case, your second client through this company. So, people are going to be having eyes on her. So she was like, no, I got this. So she actually won the case. They were able to settle out of court. She went for $5 million. She didn't negotiate nothing. She was like, no, she won't take anything less than $25 million. And so her husband was like, you trying to rob me blind? You trying to take me for everything? And she wanted the house. Y'all, them people left out the room, and before 5 minutes could even have a chance of going by, they came back in, and his lawyer said he would give 20, or he said, I'll give you 20. And so that's when she, said in the house. He was like, in the house? And so the lawyer was about to be, go off a little bit, but he was like, done, whatever, I'm done, I hate you, or whatever. And, she won that case. She won that case and didn't even have to take it to court and go back and forth. Like, they are really here for her. So she has really been able to prove herself. She's very successful in that, arena in her life. But everything else, no. Not her personal life. Her personal life is trash, y'all. So later on, they end up meeting up at the place that they were going to have drinks and discuss some things. And, one of the women, the other woman who, the comedic, whatever woman called, I think they worked together, but she was in her feelings so bad she didn't come to work or whatever. Y'all, she's dealing with this dude who cheats on her, and I think his name is Devin Franklin or Devon. Y'all, I forgot what the man's name is, but he was on Black Love at one point in time. He used to be a football player, I think, and he has the wife that has like the short haircut. They're a younger couple. They're like around my age. Oh my gosh, his name does start with a D. Is it Devon Franklin or something like that? Y'all, anyway, he's literally playing himself. I mean, I'm not trying to read. He literally is playing himself. When he was with his, now wife, they were together forever. He was sitting up there cheating on her day in and day out, and he had his football career. The football career ended. She was there for him throughout all that. So anyway, she's with this guy, and he is a serial cheater, and he's actually brought diseases back to her and all this other stuff before. She done had it up to here. She is tired, and she ain't got time no more. So she has told him, you need to get out, take all your stuff with you, and you better have everything out by the time I get back, because like I said, she's on her way to the little birthday gathering. So y'all, she was acting like she didn't want to hear nothing he had to say. So I was like, okay, maybe she's gonna stick to her guns. We'll see. Y'all, they go to the little birthday gathering, and they all are trying to figure out who the woman who is the lawyer, her boo, want to, figure out who he is when nobody really knows outside of one, and trying to pressure her. Y'all, long story short, that night got ended around 9 o'clock, like old girl said, old dude, if you want to come, you come around 9. So he came, y'all. Not long after he came, tell me why the attorney's married man rolled up on her with a bouquet of like some sort of flowers. And I was just like, okay, you doing the most, sir. And the one friend that knows all of her business was there with her while everybody else had dispersed. And the other girl had her little, date, so to speak, with the guy who she met at her job. Y'all, the woman who is like crazy and comedic went and got the woman who was on her little date with the dude who had rolled up on her at the bank, went and was like, yeah, excuse me for a minute, and pulled her over there to the situation. And like all 4 of them were sitting at the table because old boy was standing over there, because they kept pressuring her and was like, when are we gonna meet this mystery man? At this point, he's a ghost because we don't know nothing about him. And she makes up, she always makes up this lie like, oh, well, you haven't met him because he always travels a lot. No, he's married, heifer. That's why you don't see him unless they plan to schedule a bedroom meeting with you while you're having sex with him. That's the only way they are going to meet him, or at least until he actually popped up that day, y'all. So they end up going on about their business, and old girl who has the cheating boyfriend, she went home. And so old boy is outside of the residence. And so she had told him before she left that she was going to change the locks. And so he was like, you really did change the locks? And she was like, yeah, as soon as you left, I had my brother change them. So she ended up letting him in the house. They went back and forth. And she was just like, no, I'm done. And so he over here gonna try to cry, talking about some, oh no, You saved me when we first got together. You saved me. If you leave me now, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm lost without you. Sir, don't sit up here and say, you know that this person is the one who is meant for you. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I keep doing this to you. I was just like, girl, you finna sit up here and believe this. Y'all, so tell me why she was nice enough to allow him to sleep on the sofa. Y'all, in the middle of the night, she's pleasuring herself with a toy, and it's like he hears it from the couch. And, she minding her business. He decides to bust up in the room, and so he tells him, oh, I don't like the way this is going. I just, can I just get a hug and all this? I was like, I would have been, oh my gosh. I was like, if you don't get out the room, y'all, I thought y'all would have thought it was me. I was like, if you don't get out of this room, y'all, he just sat up there and decided to roll up. He was like, what you doing with that? He done pulled the covers back. What you doing with that? Why are you using that? I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all. To make a long story short, like I figured, ever since she told him to get out, he finna be a hobosexual. He probably was a hobosexual before she even got with him. Just in case you don't know what a hobosexual is, it is anybody who is having sex with people in order to have somewhere to stay. That is their form of payment. So that's literally what he's doing. So he just sat up here in the midst of a fight that they did have earlier, trying to say, I paid half the deposit. And she was like, yeah, that's all you pay. You ain't paid no bills or the rent since you been up in here. I'm looking like, why are you trying to make it seem like you did something? Because she read him. She was like, I think that makes us more than even now, don't you? Like, what is wrong with you, sir? You ain't paying no bills. Y'all, I can't. I'm tired. And you just up in here, and then you got the nerve to go and come as you please, and you got the nerve to sit up here and be screwing other people. Like, how disrespectful can you really be? Y'all, my throat. I ain't got nothing to drink in here with me. I'm sorry, but y'all, he is trifling. I can't. So he just sat up here thinking he earning his keep by pleasuring her. Ain't nobody asked him for his services. And then the next day when they got up, I think the next episode was gonna be like, yeah, didn't nobody ask you for all that? You doing the most. And y'all, this is something I ain't heard nobody say in a long time. The next day, the morning after all that stuff went down, when he rolled up on her, she was like, you know what? I started thinking about, that is what you did with that girl. So apparently the last encounter was with some random person that was off Instagram. Y'all, so anyway, old girl who has the married husband, she sat up there and had birthday sex again that night. And of course, the wife texted him. The first time she was calling like crazy. The second time she texted him and was like, our son has a fever. So he was like, I gotta go. My son has a fever. And then he's pulling all these stunts again, talking about just believe in me. Just give me a couple of more months. Just give me a few more months. Y'all. Anyway, the woman whose case she won, she was like, oh, I got a friend who depending on how this works out, I have a friend who is going to be in need of your services. Y'all, of course, the friend ends up being the married man's wife. And it's about to be a problem next episode, y'all. It's about to be a problem. And the wife doesn't know. She just knows for a fact that he's cheating, but she doesn't. I don't think she has any evidence, or at least they haven't said anything in the previews. But yeah, it's a lot going on the show. I'm tired. The crazy woman works at an airport as one of those people that is like at customer service desk or whatever, and you weigh the bags and all that. I think the woman who has the cheating husband works there too, but she's taking time off to kind of have a moment to process things. Y'all, there's this other woman who does she work at the airport too? Anyway, she went to the doctor because she had dealt with somebody. That might have been the same woman. I think I'm getting mixed up. She ended up going to the doctor trying to see whether or not she had something. No, that's a different one. Trying to see if she had something and trying to make sure. And she was negative because even though she's had one partner, she doesn't know what the dude is doing, y'all. It's just a lie. Anyway, I know I was all over the place. I hate when I don't have notes. hopefully I didn't leave out anything important. If I did, y'all let me know down in the comment section. Thank you to all of the new subscribers. I did not forget, I am supposed to do a shout out. I don't remember what your real name is because you deleted the original message and it was taking me so long to try to scroll down and find it. I don't know, but I do remember it was something, your username said something with Enoch in it. So Enoch, hey, thank you for subscribing. I am very happy that you look at me in a positive way. So thank you very much, y'all. I'm still nervous, still trying this out. I don't know if this is gonna stick, but I gotta get out of this nervousness because I've been having a lot to say, and literally when I don't have the camera on, things flow so well that I turn it on and it's like butterflies, knots, all this in my stomach. And it just seems like it goes everywhere. But anyway, thank y'all for hanging in there with me. And I might be back for something else later on the week before Saturday gets here for the usual stuff. So, thank y'all. Y'all have a good one. Bye.